Hi, welcome to The Passionate Spinner. My name is Tracy and you can find me as Schnüffeltier on Ravelry and Instagram. I will leave that down in the description box so you can find it. And today I want to talk about the 12 Cast-Ons. The 12 Cast-Ons is a make-along, knit-along that is hosted by Angela of the Yarn and Yarns podcast. And I decided to join because it is not one of those all of us are going to knit this one specific pattern knit-alongs, which I'm not very good at. I don't enjoy those, but this is more of a cast on a lot of stuff. And that is exactly what I want to do. So the idea is that you cast on up to 12 things between Christmas Eve and January 31st. And I have decided on 12 things, all of them garments, all of them for myself, because I haven't knit a single thing for myself this year. Not one. I started 5. I started 3 dresses, 1 top, and a sweater. But I haven't finished anything. Nothing. And I do want to change that. So I decided to film this video and talk about all of the 12 things I want to knit. I have lots of stuff surrounding me. And then I will do separate little videos for everything that I actually get started with. So let's talk through the plans. First plan, or first thing here on my list. And I did create a pattern bundle on Ravelry, and I will link that down below so you will have all of the patterns at one glance. So, it's going to be easy to find. So the first thing on my list is the sweater Chobet's Arm. This is a pattern by Jennifer Beal. And this has been on my list for a while now. So the yarn I'm going to use is Drops Lima. My main color is also yellow. I did not bring the other colors that I selected, but they're pretty much the same except for what is blue on her sweater will be dark red on mine, and I have an apple green to go with that. So yeah, this is one of the things on my list. Then the next thing. I feel like I should do this a bit up, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to change it a little bit. Ugh, this is very far down, isn't it? Okay, now let's see if that's better. Sorry, I do not want to edit this, so we just have to live with it the way it is. Now it's too high up. Okay, we cannot win. Doesn't matter. Next thing on the list is the amazing Technicolor Dream Sweater by Stephen West. I wanted to make this forever, and I'm gonna have to get it big because I don't have a picture to show you. Okay, get big. Full screen, please. Okay. Oh no. So, this is the pattern I'm talking about. It is a beautiful sweater that has been on my list for years again. And I think, I need to get back here to my list. Okay. I think I have the perfect yarn because I want to use Noro sock yarn. So the sweater itself is knit double-stranded, so you get that beautiful marled effect. And ignore the purple, but don't you think that all of these together will be perfect? It will be perfect. I already know it. For the gray triangles down the shoulder, I am going to go with this brown crayon sock because I have 2 skeins of that, so it will be definitely enough for this design feature. So that's option number 2. Now option number 3 is a vest, and it is by Lily Kate France. And it is called the Ripplesdale vest. It looks like this. It is a brioche vest. And the yarn that I have for that is Rowan Hemp Tweed in this beautiful rusty orange. It's that color. So my approach to putting together that list, apart from making it garments for myself, was only use patterns I already own, and I need to have the yarn as well. Because I have so much stuff, and I want to be... just lost the skein of yarn. Okay, let's just put this away. So I talked about with a friend the other day about all of this, and I want to make 2023 kind of my year of abundance, where I just acknowledge all of the things that I own and feel so happy that I'm able to use them instead of just accumulating more and more. So that was important. Own the pattern, own the yarn. So next up, I have the pattern. I have, it's in a magazine. So the next sweater that I chose is the Plumetis sweater. It's a pattern by Julie, from Julie Knits in Paris. It is gorgeous. I cannot operate things, sorry. So it is a beautiful sweater. It is made with mohair and has accents in sock yarn. So this is the only thing where I probably will need to get some yarn to finish it, because I have mohair. I have those two beautiful skeins of mohair that I got from Trelez at the Swiss Yarn Festival. And these are two skeins of the Outlander colorway, and I have 840 meters, which is enough in my size for the mohair part, but I don't have a skein in this colorway of sock yarn. So, you know, for the collar and the cuffs. So I need to go through my stash and find either a matching one, or I need to get one skein so I can finish this, or I can knit this sweater with this yarn, because I would love to use this yarn. Okay, then next thing on my plans is the one sweater where I have not yet decided on yarn. I am like 95% sure that I want to use Wollmeise DK, and the sweater I'm talking about is the Antique Flora by Woolen Pine. It's hard words today. I'm going to show you. I do have the pattern and I printed it already, but I have not yet decided on yarn. So what they do is they use a background color. It's in DK. Background color, the brown here, is a DK weight yarn. And for the color work, they use fingering weight held double to get that gradient. But I want to use handspun for the color work. And I need to find a good combination, because I know that I have some Wollmeise DK in sweater quantity. And I think I have 2 or 3 different options for that. But then I need to find a coordinating handspun where I also have enough, you know, to get this sweater done. And I have not done that yet, but I will, because that is definitely going to happen. Now, speaking of Woolen Pine, in here I have already put together everything I need, including needles, for the 3-season cardigan. So this is a cabled cardigan. I'm gonna try and find a picture where you can see a bit more. That one maybe. So it's a beautiful cabled cardigan, and I wanted to make this for a while, ever since it was released, basically. It was released, I bought the pattern, had yarn in my stash, but I have not yet cast on. And I am going to use handspun. So this is a combo spin. I have 3 of those big skeins, or around 600 grams in total. And it's perfect. I know that handspun yarn, and you know, in a variegated self-striping, like most handspun, comes out when it's dyed before. It might not be the best option for a cabled cardigan, because, you know, you want the pattern to show up, but I think it's going to be great. I really do. So this is my handspun that I'm going to use for the 3-season cardigan. Then comes the sweater I'm actually going to cast on today, because it is Christmas Eve today. You will see this not on Christmas Eve, but it is Christmas Eve. So my cast on for today is going to be this one here. It's called Lounge Sweater. The pattern is by Cozy Knits. And it is another handspun sweater for me. I'm going to use this one. It's also a combo spin. It is very light, beigey, orangey, with pink and blue in it. And I had used this before. I started a different pattern, but I didn't like it. So I cut off the ribbing and decided that this was going to be my emergency yarn. If I should run out of the other yarn, you know, I could use this. But I'm able to show you how it knits up. So this is my cast on for today. I'm super excited about this. Okay, next one. I have no idea how to say that name. It is over here. And I managed to break my bag when I was grabbing it. But I am going to knit this pattern, and I have no idea what that is called. I just don't know. It's another vest slip over thing. It has this beautiful basket weave pattern. And the yarn I'm using for that was a gift from a friend. It is Atelier Hoffmann in the York, which is like a fold single in pink. And yeah, I'm going to make that. I dropped it. I'm going to make this slip over out of this yarn, because I made a skirt for myself last year with little birds on that has pink in it, like sporadically. And I think if I pair that skirt with this shocking pink slip over, which is, you know, like a lipstick pink, then I will be able to just pair them together and it's going to look great. So yay for that. Okay, the next thing I want to knit, and I have in my project bag that I made for myself for a year, I guess, is the sweater number 7 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And I just love it. I think it has such an Edwardian feel to it. And the yarn I'm going to use is this one here. It is Lana Grossa Meilenweit Late Night, and it is a glittery yarn, and it is a really dark, rusty, browny orange, and I love it. This will be gorgeous. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to start all of these, which is why I'm doing this in the first place. So next up, we have another pattern from Julie, because she's my friend. I love her, and her designs are awesome. And I am going to finally cast on the Gaudi sweater, which is, of course, inspired by Gaudi, the architect. And she designed this for Barcelona Knits a few years ago. And I have decided on these yarns. I'm going to use Regia Silk as my main color. And I'm going to use a skein of, what's the word? Fresh from the Cauldron in this color for the color work. And I just think that this will be so me and so pretty. And, you know, I also wanted to have a good mix. I have some cable things, some colorwork things, some easier things, some not so easy things. And yeah, I think that is a good mixture, you know, of stuff to have. Oh shit, I should include the pattern, right? Okay, let's open it up again. My little project bag. Or, you know, I always use these IKEA Ziploc bags for my planned projects, and as soon as I start, I will transfer everything to an actual project bag. But I like these a lot because I can put in the pattern, and on the other side I can see my yarn. So that is how I organize my planned things. Okay, now 2 left. One of them is the Botanist. It is a cabled cardigan. The pattern is by Thea Coleman, and I wanted to start this again for a very long time. I have everything in here, including a pair of scissors. Okay, things you need definitely in your project bag. So this is the cardigan. I will show you a better picture once I find it. And yeah, this has been on my list for so long because it's gorgeous, you know, it's cables. I love cables. Okay, I cannot find a better picture here, so I'm gonna have to pull up the picture on my iPad so I can show you. I am going to use Barocco Vintage DK, which I had in my stash for many years. Okay, it's about, no, like this, and bigger. So this is about as big as I can get it. So this is the cardigan. Beautiful cables. And, you know, it's a cabled cardigan. There's nothing that can go wrong with that. And the yarn, like I said, is Barocco Vintage, and you will be shocked by the color. It's orange. It's a burnt orange. The third one of them in the same-ish color. So this is it. I have wound 2 skeins. I think I have 10. It's Barocco Vintage. And that is an acrylic wool and nylon blend. And I just love the color so much. I mean, have you gathered that I love the color? They're all very, very, very much my colors. You know, I have the beautiful green in the Gaudi sweater and the yellow for the Chobat arms. And I mean, you know, more orange. Let me get the third color, orange, just so I can show them to you. These, you know, I will knit all of these. So now there's one left on the list. And that is the Tegan sweater by Justina Larkowska of Lettuce Knits. And again, it's been on my list for a while. And it is a pretty straightforward, simple knit with a bit of ribbing and a nice collar. And for that, I'm going to use Salvabal that I bought at the factory outlet store. And it is this colorway. It's different shades of green with a very pale blush pink in it and a brownie color. And this is the 6-ply. So it's a bit thicker, and that corresponds well with the pattern. That calls for a, what does it call for? It calls for something like tuku wool or something similar. Yeah, doesn't matter. So I'm going to use this. It's still in the packs, and I'm going to leave it there so it's protected until I'm going to use it. And yeah, so that brings me to the end. These are my 12 planned sweaters. I'm going to show them to you. I'm going to try to show them to you all at once. No, not like this. So here they are, all of them, my 12 plans for the 12 cast-ons. Will I get to cast on all of these by the end of January? I have no idea. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I want to make all of them. They are all gorgeous, and that's the important part, you know? So yeah, these have been my plans for the 12 cast-ons. Like I said, I will film individual little videos for everything that I actually get to cast on. And I will talk about which size I'm making, why I chose this size, and all of that. You know, the important stuff when it comes to casting on. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and you will have a beautiful New Year's. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.